Now let's head to the U.S. Supreme Court, where justices are taking their first steps toward possibly redefining the American family. Right now, they're hearing arguments on the first of two laws that restrict same-sex marriage and the legal rights of those who have such unions. It is an epic debate and one teeming with emotions. For days and days, supporters of same-sex marriage have camped out, braving the cold and the snow, hoping to get inside the court to hear those historic arguments. We have our correspondents and analysts inside and outside the court. They're covering all angles of this landmark fight over same-sex rights, and we want to view it from both sides this morning. Darlene is the Deputy Executive Director of the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, and Peter Sprigg is a Senior Fellow of Policy Studies at the Family Research Council. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you're standing together too. That looks nice. Peter, I'd like to start with you, and I want to show you a headline on the Huffington Post this morning. It says, and well, yeah, here it is. It says America has decided, meaning that it doesn't much matter what the U.S. Supreme Court decides, because the majority of Americans already think same-sex marriage should be the law of the land.
Well, America should decide that through the democratic process. 30 states have decided to uphold marriage as the union of one man and one woman, so I wouldn't say America has decided by any means. We're discussing here the definition of marriage, which for years, for millennia, has been defined as a union of a man and a woman because it brings together men and women to make babies, and it keeps those men and women together to provide a mom and dad to the children they produce. That's an important public purpose, just as important today as it ever was. And the second reason we're here is to hopefully maintain the right of the people to decide these issues for themselves.
Although I'm married and I don't have any babies, but I married my husband for different reasons, I guess, so I'm not sure I follow that part of your argument, Peter.
Well, but the public purpose.
Darlene, do you agree with that?
Well, look, it's clear that the American public is ready for marriage equality. The majority of Americans have already said that they believe in marriage equality and the freedom to marry. It's a fact. There's no need to really argue about that. And the demonstration that's happening here today is that there are hundreds and hundreds of people out here, but more importantly, Carol, all over this country, more than 150 events in all 50 states, with people letting their community, their neighbors, their co-workers, their community know that they care about marriage equality and that it is time. America is ready for this, and the time is now.
Well, Darlene, Peter does have a point, because Prop 8, which in essence bans marriage or limits marriage between a man and a woman, Prop 8 was voted on by the people of California.
That's right. Prop 8 was voted on by the people of California. But you know what, Carol? We never talk about how close it was. We never talk about the fact that this was practically split 50-50 at the time. And let me tell you, Carol, it's been an extraordinary time from 2008 to 2012, where in 4 states we had very clear, very decisive decisions by voters saying that, look, we vote for marriage equality, not against it.
Peter, what are you hoping the court will do today? Because some people hope for a narrow decision. What does that mean?
We certainly hope that the court will uphold Proposition 8 in California, which is being argued today, and uphold the Federal Defense of Marriage Act, which will be argued tomorrow. We feel that both the people of California, in the case of California law, and Congress, in the case of DOMA, made the right decision, and the Supreme Court should not overturn either one of those laws.
Peter Sprigg, Darlene Nipper, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
You're welcome.